Okay, welcome. Welcome. My name's Brian Knight, and I live near Melbourne in Australia, and I think it's pretty cold here. It's only, what have you got? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not too bad. It's 4 degrees Celsius. Rightio. And it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning. Let me just share this first. So, welcome to this live FOREX analysis session. Just note that any trades discussed in this group I do class as educational only. And that's because we're a group of people help each other, and we are not financial advisors. So please only take trades you're happy to take based on your own analysis. There is a full risk disclosure, and there's a bit about us as live session traders there. Okay, let me just go across onto charts. There we go. So, how we've got it set up. This is what we call the relaxed trading group. This is just a lifestyle type, once a day, twice a day, have a look at the charts. We have standard Japanese candles on a daily basis here. We have Renko candles or bricks on a 2 hour. Well, supposedly there's a 2 hour frame, but a brick could be days or could be only a short period of time, depends on the movement. Now I got into this back on the 15th, somewhere there, as a sell, and it's done pullback and push down, but yeah, nicely. We've got now the green is turning red, the blue is turning white, and we've got white candles going back down. Doesn't mean it won't be a pullback, but certainly this one's going okay at the moment. Where am I at with it? 120 pips profit at the moment. So it's probably about 2% because it was a 67 pip or so stop loss. Okay, so that's AUD CAD. I'm not thinking of changing this at all. It looks like it's in a bit of a sell at the moment, so that's good. It seems to be that I picked the higher bit. It did come back, but anyway, that was all right. Lovely. AUD CHF in this one for the sell as well. It hasn't sort of moved. Well, in actual fact, it's not too bad, is it? When you think about it, where price is there now. Probably made a couple of percent on that one as well. Got again on the 15th there. And yeah, price has done its thing. So that's quite nice. Okay, so AUD, CAD, and CHF, I'm still positive on those. I think CHF was 107 pips. Again, it's around about the 2% sort of thing. So, welcome, Tom. Oh, he's just connecting up. It's your Sunday, Tom, is it? Rightio. Now, ADJPY, which I was a little. Oh, how are you, Tom?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Positive trades and stuff seems to be going in the way that we have forecast. So that's all right. Anyway, here's AUD JPY. It would have been, I said, Greg in there, but it did the pullback and push back down again. I'll just see here. And how are you, Tom? You okay?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, great. I saw you put some screenshots in the chat. That was nice. In
Good
relation to
stuff.
gold.
In gold?
Yeah, wasn't it gold? Did you have?
No, it was just the three chart patterns and actually
Oh,
four chart pattern
Patterns. Yeah.
and a screenshot.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I did see all of that, but I thought there was one related to gold, but that's all right.
No, I think that was Alistair.
Yeah, I think it was Alistair too. Yeah. All right. So yeah, AUD JPY. So you're still not in any trades, or you wouldn't have? Did you get anything into
No,
anything?
I'm not in anything.
Okay, nice. Oh yeah. Good. Yeah, I think the Aussie dollar's come off obviously off the boil a bit. What's all these things going on? RBA minutes, that probably won't do much. Growth down, balance of trade. Okay. Yeah, because there was a bit on the weekend about the Supreme Leader is increasing tariffs on steel and aluminium, or aluminum, as you would say, Tom, to 50% or something. Yes, I'm talking to his base.
Yep.
Don't know if he's going to have a lot of the rest of it's not going too good, is it? How's the country with the rest of the cost of survival?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
No, that's all right. I just don't know what.
It's just bad everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right then. All right. AUD NZD. So I'm in this also too for the sell. I didn't do the right thing there. I'll just get rid of that off there. Where's my NZD? When do I get into that? 21st or 5th. First. It was there somewhere. And I got in. Oh. Hey? Oh. 84. Oh, yeah, it was. Right, around about there on that day. And stop loss was about there. It was about a 50-50 stop. And so where it is at the moment. Oh, it's only 1 point whatever. Okay. It was down here number 2. Right. Fair enough. So that's a better way of picturing it anyway than over here. But it is still pushing down. So we got in there, it pulled back at me. I think, and I'm pretty sure, I remember now too, I got into that, and then when the market opened, that was probably it wasn't the Monday, so whatever. When the market changed over, it went bing, and it stopped me out because where my stop loss was at that point. And then basically it came back down again. I just got back straight back in again. And yeah, that was crazy because I didn't have enough at market open with spread. Just learn a lesson on that one because I was looking at bricks at that point. All right, so still in the sell. It's come down to this. Ooh, better move that row of bricks there. Come down, put its little wick in there, and then pushed back up. So we'll see whether that is a turn on it or will continue to go down. Okay, AUD Singapore, which is not a big deal. I didn't get into that. I'll need to talk about whether I do in relation to it. it's come down and taken that row out. Bang, bang, bang. Well, not taken out, but come down, get past it, and then it's slightly pushing back up. You can see all the AUDs have done that a little bit. At the end of the trading week, that's what you can expect, something to go opposite to the way it's been tended to go through the week. AUD USD, yeah, I'll get rid of that up there. Don't really want to know about this. It's just sideways movement. CAD CHF. Take that off there as well. Have them over on that side. Tom, how are you? Look, because both of these are starting to come next to you, they're coming close to each other. The two trend bars. I know it's probably not something you're noticing. Oh, sorry, you would notice, but not something you're going to take a trade from.
Well, I still have my setup sitting there. I'm just waiting for the right opportunity to get in. I'm just not ready.
Buy or sell?
I don't know yet. It hasn't determined.
Rightio. I agree.
That's why I'm saying I'm not ready. I have my blue high.
Yeah.
I have my white low. Nope. The high up to the left.
Are you there?
So the high and the low.
Yeah.
You're 50% of the move.
Yeah, which is in here. Yeah.
So now I have my last blue box drawn out across the middle there.
This one.
One row up. One row up.
That one there, yeah.
That one right there.
Where price is in at the end of the week. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And I have my white box set up at that last white it just created at the bottom.
Yeah, right. Yeah, got something there. Okay.
And then at the bottom where your other white box is.
Yeah. This one.
I would move that box up to that last one.
This one here.
No, the one at the bottom right there, right where the box is, just one up. There. Yeah, that one right there.
Okay.
So now this, because they're tightening.
Yeah.
Now the moves are going to get quicker and shorter and faster, and then all of a sudden you're going to sweep one side.
Yeah, and then go out the other.
Out the other.
Yeah.
And since in the overall daily time frame we've been in a huge downtrend, I'm looking to sell.
Okay.
It just has to show me that it's ready to sell. It just isn't yet.
Yeah. Continue to sell. Yeah.
So can we just play for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you take just a good old fashioned trend line?
Yeah, sure. On which side?
On the
bricks
side.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha.
All right. Could you take that from down to the bottom? You see the last white one right there up to your left? To your left a little bit. The last white one right there. Click that.
Yeah. Yep.
And then drag it up to the bottom of the white one it just created.
That one there. Yeah.
That one right there. That one exactly. Keep going. There you go. Right there. Cool.
Yeah, so it's let's put it down. And so it's sort of touched through there, broke through there, but pull back.
That's an anomaly.
Yeah, and broke through there and pull back.
That's another anomaly.
Yeah, and come and touched it and went, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So now let's see where those two trend bar lines you have.
Yeah.
Come out the other side, one side or the other.
Yeah.
Of those two rails. It's either going to have to break the highs or it's going to have to break the lows.
Lows, yeah. Yeah, for me, it's also too, it's playing around. I mean, you can see where it's just having a bit of a game at the moment. We've gone red to green to red to green to red to, about to be green. And then all of a sudden here we've got, white to blue to white to blue to white to blue to white, So they're both doing a bit of a dance at the moment.
Cleaning.
Sorry?
It's cleaning. It's getting all that little bit of money before it takes off.
Yeah. So, and I, yeah. So we will see, but again, we're not necessarily predicting or forecasting a buy or sell out of it. And as you said, I think you're right. I agree. It's going to fake one way and then go the other, or fake one way and then go the other, whichever what it is.
Well, I'm assuming it's going to continue the downtrend.
Yeah.
That's all you can do is assume it's going to continue the downtrend. So if I'm going to look for a downtrend turn, I'm looking for it not to come back above that last white box you put on at the bottom. At the bottom.
After it comes down. So it'll come down, it'll come back, not break this box, and then continue down. That's what you're saying.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah, good.
Or if this blue box continues to bounce up a little bit, and it gets caught between that red wick at the top and that one brick that has no wick.
Yeah, this one here.
It's going to get caught right in that gap between those two, which means it's going to fail to make a new high. It's going to have to break down.
Yeah. And so. Okay. Well, we've now got a new month. So now today, well, for me today, it's now a new month. You'd be on the 1st of June, wouldn't you? Yeah. So now this week's a new month. There will be non-farm payroll, I would say, probably at the end of this week. And so there may be some momentum. It just depends on how cautious the market is. What do you own? CAD CHF. I was looking at selling that, but anyway, I haven't got into any of that yet. CAD JPY. Get rid of that off there as well. Right. So, God, it's so wicky and so jumpy, isn't it? Darren, you don't have a long there yet, even. It's just sideways. Again, look at this. We've got crossover, come back. We've got has been selling out for a while. When was it? Since a long way back, right? The sellouts from July last year. Okay. So sold, pull back, sold, pull back, sold, pull back, sold, that sort of thing. See what it wants to do at this point. Really, since that sort of like, say, March or something, and it really hasn't wanted to do too much at all. Well, that line is in there. Get rid of that. Now we've got push up, back. I mean, the whole line there has come. It's now and now it's pushing back up again at the moment, the end of the week, end of last week, should I say. Let's see when I can see it. It's not wanting to. Came up nicely to that line we put in, though, back over here.
Yep.
And then just pulled away, back down. It's a bit too choppy in a minute. Oh, we do have this crossover occur, though, here. But it has been an overall downtrend. So, again, a wait and see job. Right, CHFJPY. Oh, this is where you're talking about potentially a buy back up, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We'll take that off anyway, just so that we can. The price is pushed up back again. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's a long up here. And it pushed up to there. It did actually break that wick, and then it's pulled back down again. We've got 2 here, haven't we? If you look over here, it's like it doesn't really want to come up past this point. See over here as well. Poked out. It's interesting. Everything I'm looking at, thinking, oh, it's just going to sell it. Again, it's not. It crossed over here. That was great for that buy up, but now it seems to be potentially wanting to buy. But at the moment, price is below that current brick. You can see how it pulled back down there. Okay, that's nothing to, just got to wait for a little bit more of a what's going to happen here. Okay, UOAUD off there as well. Now, we do have a push back up. You had a long there, but a pull back there, Darren, and now it's pushing back up again. I think it will buy. I mean, that AD is not doing well. Let's look at how this market opens up. Oh, sorry, how price is when market opens. I'll have a look at this again. So we've got now a long on this. This will be a long. Changing blue there. This is sort of a longer term push up as well. I'm here. You say roughly there. Yeah, sure. Right, so we'll just, that's my sort of assessment of potentially what may occur. Could easily push back down too. Anyway, I'm not into that yet. Let's see what happens. You're okay. Chopping sideways. Nothing here to concern with. We've sort of got these 2 rails coming closer together as well. In different colors. Euro CHF. Same, coming together. There's a lot of bricks all in one area. Euro GBP. Get it off there. It's interesting when the British pound becomes strong, the euro is bought up. So we'll just see what occurs. Potentially this is a low here for it to buy back up. That's a long there. It'd been good to get in. We'll just see if it, I mean, I'm not going to necessarily wait, but if we issue here though is that we've got a red and a sell here. Anyway, maybe it's in a longer term sell. All right. Yeah, Jake, you can chime in at any time. Any time. Okay. Euro JPY. Okay, look at them. They're just traveling together up here.
Yeah,
Again,
you and I are trading the same exact pairs, man. You see what I'm seeing?
yeah.
You're gonna have to trade it your way, how you want.
Yeah, exactly. Except for Singapore dollar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Everything on these bricks, it's a little frustrating on the bricks. Everything tends to move, all the lines and stuff. Oh, maybe it's up that way. Yeah, I'm not necessarily seeing something there. I mean, it has been buying up, but look at this. You get a short, and then it basically just goes the opposite direction. Same here, short, and then up it goes back up again. And there is no long in that for that. So, because you can see the wick coming back down well into the actual price. Euro NZD. Get that off there. And the price is it's just bouncing around all over the joint here. We do have a crossover here though of these two, so potentially a sell. Again, not anything conclusive. There's just so much, packing around. Take it off there. Rightio. We'll see if it comes back into there and then sells back out. I'm not willing to, unless I got into any of that, but it's still, there's so much up and down in it. You'd be in a trade to pull back, in a trade to pull back. It's just too hard to pick that direction. Euro USD. I was in that for the sell, came down here, and then I lost out on that one going back up again. Just depends on whether this will come back up or whether this will stop at this point and start going back down again. Just wait and see. Crossover there was nice, but we've got nothing here at this point. All right, GBPs, where are they? They were doing all right, weren't they? GA. Mm.
Yeah, I'm still in a couple of these, Brian.
Yeah.
GA.
It did do a
GB.
little pullback near the end of the week, but that's not necessarily
GA, GN, G.
GCAD, wasn't it? Weren't you in GCAD as well? Maybe not.
I think I got knocked out of that one.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah.
That's all right. No worries.
Sort of wicked down and took me out, I think.
These weeks, it's just the volatility is incredible at the moment. All right, yeah. So this has come up into that area and then pulled itself back down again. It's still pushing down. Hopefully it'll push back up again for after the market opens, but we'll see. Did this nice W and then up it goes. But this was part of that pattern you put in there on the weekend, Tom, or my weekend it was anyway. That sort of like head and shoulder and that sort of pattern. And saying, well, potentially this could potentially from this pattern sell out. Again, that's something else you dollar stuff down in news. Okay, GBP CAD. Whoa, that was a drop. Oh yeah, that would have knocked you out. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Gosh, there's such a dichotomy between so many pairs. It's like you got ones that move crazy, and then other ones that just sit there and do nothing. But that's a bit disappointing when you're in the long. But did come up to that same sort of area and then just dropped off. All right, not worth being to sell that. We've still got the crossover occurred here for it, but it's just not willing to go one direction or the other at the moment. And GBP and CHF. Right. Now we've got the crossover there. This pullback. I'm going to look for this one. I'm going to look for now. If it doesn't break down through here and we get a push back up again. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Somewhere around here. Let's see. What do we got over here? Hang on. Well, potentially a long one there. 1, 2, 3. It'll be about there. We'll see. That's my sort of thought on it at this point. We will see. Depends on what the bricks do over here. Right, GBP JPY. Did the pullback as well. Yeah, roll on this one. Oh, it's broken up there. Broke that high, previous high. Didn't break that. Okay. Now the British pound's going to give up a bit now. You see where it broke that high there. Come back up. Yeah. All right, well, we'll see. Okay. No, so I've just got to wait and see what happens when market opens anyway. GN. This was another one. You're still in that one though, Darren, I think. You would have got in on that long. It's pulled back down a bit as well. There's a crossover. So we could be in that push up.
Yeah, I'm still in that, Brian. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably. Are you in a little bit of drawdown? Because if you got in on that long,
I think I finished the week about
even.
even. I think.
Okay.
Or maybe a few pips in drawdown. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. So, we'll see. Here's NZD. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Okay. It depends if it comes down and breaks here, and then but it has crossed over on the. I mean, it crossed over there as well, then came back, crossed over. So it's sort of a bit indecisive with the trend bars. Okay, GBP in Singapore. Well, that was going off nice too, but it's pulled back as well. The price is below. So we've got the crossover and both of them going that way. This could just be the pullback before it does push up, I think. And quite like this for a buy as well. Around there. We'll see. Okay, GU. Yeah, they've all done that. Bit of pullback. I think it's before they. You're still in GU? Damn it. How long? But I mean, this has been. The crossover was back down here somewhere, back in Feb, and basically it's just been. It did do pullbacks, but it basically has just been in the buy. Anyway. Okay, we'll see about this as well. There. Okay. NZDs, are they still just crazy? Yep, forget that. NZD, look at the bunch in there. Like crazy. Same here, look at it. Just. And the JPY, still not anything that says NU. New Zealand's normally, or has been a good pair, but nothing going on here. Look at it. Okay, Singapore Japanese yen. Yeah, I'd like that for the buy, but it doesn't look. Yeah, trend's not up there. Right, that's Singapore. We don't. Now you can. I was in the sell, and I'm just so disappointed. I got out of it as it pulled back up. That's all cool. And then it did this. I should have been back in about there, but I don't think I've lost lights anyway. We'll see. I'm ready for a sellout on this one. short. What have we got? Let's see if it pulls back to there. There.
Why are you disappointed you got out?
No, sorry. I'm disappointed I didn't get back in.
Oh, I see.
Because my head was like, I was getting, I don't know if you remember the discussion. I was in that cell. That was great. And then I think I gave away a fair bit, about half or whatever, because I didn't do. And I said to myself, I need to get back into the cell. I just didn't notice it at the end of the week. That was all. It was a bit disappointing that I hadn't done that. But yeah, didn't make it back up to there, so that's all right. Oh, Darren's in twice. Oh no, he's back in again. So UCAD, I think. Let's see what happens when market opens with a push down. If it does a little pullback, that's great because then I'll get into the sell on it. But we'll just see. The bricks will tell us whatever.
I'm still in the sell on this, actually.
Okay, cool.
I think I went into drawdown and back to sort of a
yeah. Well, I was in for the sell. I got out, and now I should get back in again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, because you would have got in on that short. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No worries. Look at when market opens. I'll see whether we get a little pullback before drops. If it continues, then could just get into it. Okay. Are you back home now, Darren?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I'm traveling again tomorrow, Brian, and I'm probably not going to make the call at all tomorrow because I'm.
Yeah, you are. You are a very important person. So.
Well, not really, but. But yeah.
God, this is such a long-term sellout on this one. All right, then. Well, you'll be here in spirit anyway, so that's okay.
Yeah.
It just pulls back that little bit. See how we go. Right. Okay. USD CHF. You got into the sell on that? Hopefully. Okay. UJ. I don't like that. Anyway, it's all over the place. USD Singapore. Gosh, it just pulled up that little bit. Rightio, let's. There. So you got along there. It depends. It might go down further. It is slightly above on price now, but that's okay. There. See how that pans out. Now gold has come back down a bit. Sort of dancing around. Silver done a similar thing. Yeah, look at the pack there. Bitcoin still high, but it hasn't dropped off significantly. Does have a short on it. And where is your oil? Well, at the weekend, it really just hasn't gone anywhere. It's just 60.774, which will suit Donald because then fuel back in USA will be relatively cheap. Everything to suit Don. God. And I think, I can't remember what it is. Soon is it the G7 in Canada? I think it is. Is it next week? Week after? I can't remember when it is, but the G7's on. And our Prime Minister has been invited, I think, by Canada to actually be there on the sidelines or something. So they were talking about it yesterday. They were saying, like, he doesn't want to go to New York or to the Oval. He doesn't want any of that. He doesn't want the staged crowd. He just want to have a bit of a chat on the side. Yeah, interesting. All right. So
Doesn't want to be ambushed.
Ambushed, yeah. You go, I'll keep it away from all of that.
What's Bitcoin doing?
Bitcoin's 105. It's actually just sort of sitting and mulling around at that sort of point. I'm actually quite amazed it hasn't dropped off a fair bit, like gold has, but it's I just got to go back down to it. Yeah, Bitcoin's at 105. So it has come back a bit, but you know, it's gone from 84 up to like 110 or so. And yes, it's pulled back a bit. It's quite volatile at the moment. It's created a new high up there from previous. I mean, I'm the sense is we're going to get a sellout on it, but this could be the swing high there, and it could be a sell. But we'll see. I'm not trading Bitcoin at the moment. Sort of still trying to. Well, not trying. I'm just practicing on these Renkos for the other pairs. Anyway, there's a few there for me to look at when market opens. But again, Darren, the market's just pretty well much a non-event going sideways on a lot of things. I mean, there's a few that we're in that are moving, but then there's nothing substantial or nothing sort of looks too much longer term at the moment.
No. I mean, I missed the beginning of your session there, Brian, but AUD CAD made a nice push at the end of the week, didn't it? Are you in that?
Yeah, I'm up. Yeah, no, I'm 120 pips up on that one.
Yeah, but it could easily just turn around again. And
correct. Well, if it does, I'll notice, and then I'll be able to get out of it. AUD CHF, I'm up on that. AUD NZD, I've got about 57 pips on that one, but that's sort of danced around as well. Whoop, AUD NZD.
Yeah. I mean, all I'm in now, I mean, some of these AUDs for the sell, the ones you just said.
Yeah.
GA, GN, and GU for the buy.
Well, gone are the days where you're in 25 trades.
Oh, yeah. And UCAD for the sell.
Yeah, UCAD. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking
about 6 trades, something like that. Yeah.
Yes, it's a bit disappointing from what we used to be. But then again, less you're in, less chance of losing on some of them, particularly with the way that the market is at the moment.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Being extra cautious for a while now, just to.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll add to. All right then, gentlemen. Any other sort of topics you want to cover on those pairs?
No, I'm good.
Nothing important. No. Well, it's nice and cold here anyway, Darren. Things are chilled up. Like I think we're only about 4 degrees. Like the weekend we're 2 degrees or something. So, but still no rain. We got nothing here. It's just total dryness. So it's just the weirdest setup at the moment. We've started winter, and normally we've got autumn rains and grass has been growing. Like I looked at pictures. Facebook obviously throws up pictures 12 months ago, and it was like, it was green. And it's like nothing. Yeah. All we've got is dirt, dust. So weird, absolutely weird.
We had some heavy rain today, so We've had quite a dry spring here, actually. It was one of the driest Aprils on record we had.
Wow.
A bit of rain in May, but I'd say it rained heavily today. But yeah, we've had a really dry spring. Now, sort of start of summer now.
Yeah. Well, Australia is a country of absolute opposites. You know, you got Queensland had floods, New South Wales had 750 millimeters. That's like, I don't know, what would it be? 2.5 feet. Like it's just in a couple of days, like in areas. It's just massive, just the highest, like broke all records of flood heights. And down here, South Australia and Victoria, it's like nothing, not a drop. Just such a different end of the spectrums. Anyway, all right then. I'll go and start off a new week. Just remember, we've got June has now started. It's a new sort of part season in different parts of the world. And non-farm payroll will be, I would hazard guess, will be at the end of this coming week. Yeah. So it may shift markets around a little bit and start a bit of a kick. But then you never know. There could be a few, crazy sort of statements that could make things do anything.
Absolutely.
All right then. Just be prepared. See you later.